this message.
Time brings unexpected changes to your health, but those changes don't have to determine the quality of your future. At Ksee Health, we care for you at every stage of life, developing relationships and getting to know your specific health needs. Because living every moment to the fullest means nothing, not even your health, is holding you back. Ksee Health Clinics, more than medicine, life.
With a home equity line of credit from EECU, you can tap into your home's equity to do some remodeling, put in a pool, or even take a dream vacation. Apply today. EECU, smarter banking since 1934. EECU is an equal housing lender.
Watch Central Valley Today, weekdays at 3 p.m. on Ksee 24.
Ksee 24 News begins with your forecast first from your local weather authority.
I'm Ruben Contreras with your forecast first. The clouds are moving in this midday. That's the view from our Valley Cam at Pickett Solar in Fowler this midday, overlooking Highway 99 in Fresno County. Everything is calm on our radar. A few raindrops actually have moved into the North Valley in the past couple minutes or so. You might feel some of that out towards the Merced area, but it's right along the 140, right in between Snelling and Merced this midday. If it doesn't sprinkle on you for today, don't worry. There's another chance into tomorrow. We're going to be in the upper 70s to lower 80s for our highs today. For the most part, we are in the low 70s. Up in the Sierra, if you're at or above 9,000 feet, you've got a winter weather advisory through tomorrow. More details as Ksee 24 Midday starts now.
This is Ksee Midday with Taryn Mitchell and Brody Logan, and your local weather authority forecast with Ruben Contreras. Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Coming up on Ksee Midday, a man threatens a local pet store with a gun. What police know so far in their investigation.
Plus, the honor flight will make its return later today. What veterans have been up to ahead of their arrival back in the Central Valley. Hello and welcome to Ksee 24 Midday. I'm Brody Logan.
And I'm Taryn Mitchell. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, social media posts threatening local schools continue to be a problem here in the Valley.
So far, Fresno police say the ominous posts have turned out to not be credible. But they still impact the students and their parents, the community at large. Last week, Fresno Unified School District saw multiple school threats made on social media. Fresno police continue to increase their presence on these campuses. In one case, a 13-year-old was arrested for making threats to Scandinavian Middle School. Another student was cited for a misdemeanor after Ahwahnee Middle School received 3 different threatening calls about a gun on campus or a possible school shooting. Fresno police say they take each and every one of these posts seriously. They add the students who make these threats will face real consequences.
Not only can it lead to suspension, expulsion, but it could also lead to jail time. And if there are these threats that are circulating throughout social media and the various platforms, we advise not to share it. And instead of sharing it, call the PD, call the police department, and report it to us so that we can investigate it.
While juvenile cases are handled differently from adult cases, those with a criminal background could face up to 3 years in prison for making a school threat.
A Texas man is now in custody after police say he sexually exploited 2 underage girls from Kingsburg. Well, Kingsburg police receiving a report of 2 children being exploited on a social media app. Well, that's when they found 49-year-old Thomas Lopez. Well, police say Lopez was posing as a 12-year-old boy, and then he asked the girls to send him videos of themselves performing sexual acts, which they did. Well, police say Lopez also sent inappropriate images and videos of himself. Well, Kingsburg police and Fresno FBI all went to Texas, Houston, I should say, where Lopez was currently living. He was getting ready to fly to Singapore. Well, last week, a federal grand jury indicted Lopez on 4 felony counts, including sexual exploitation of children. And if convicted, he faces a minimum of 15 years behind bars.
This morning, Fresno County sheriffs continue to search for a woman they say stabbed a man in the chest. This goes back a couple of months. In July, a man was stabbed in the area of Blackstone and Ashland Avenues. Police say this woman, the one on your screen, her name is Dolores Oliver. They say that she's the one who did it, but they don't say why this guy was stabbed. They want to hear from you if you know where to find her.
A 15-year-old is in custody after one man's nice gesture in Tulare County ended with him being assaulted. Well, items stolen included his car and his cell phone. Now, according to police, this incident happened when a 71-year-old man stopped to give the teen a ride. Investigators say after hopping in, that's when the 15-year-old pulled out a hammer, pushed that man to the ground and then took off with the vehicle and the man's cell phone. Well, that stolen car and the teen were later found on Road 168. This is just north of Farmersville. The 15-year-old is being charged with robbery, carjacking, and elder abuse.
The man is now under arrest after police say he pulled out a gun at Whitey's Pet Store in Fresno. It happened around 2 in the afternoon Tuesday at Whitey's Pets on Blackstone and Barstow. Police say the man walked into that store, showed a gun to the employees. That man is now being evaluated for a mental episode. No one was hurt. The store is open. We will continue to update more on this story as we learn more. Don't call it Art Hop. But today is the first Why Not Wednesday event in downtown Fresno. The event was created by the city to focus on local vendors separate from Art Hop. Last month, Mayor Dyer said the goal of this event was to create a safe, family-oriented space for everyone in downtown and spotlight these vendors. So why not Wednesday? In July, Fresno City Council member Miguel Arias announced that Art Hop would be restricted to indoor activity only, prohibiting outdoor pop-up vending and food trucks. So they started this. The new event is slated for the third Wednesday of every month. Vendors are required to sign up online and must have an active business license. Food vendors must also be certified by the Fresno County Department of Public Health. The event starts this evening at 5 p.m.
Well, Fresno State is holding its first blood drive of the semester. Well, you can donate blood between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. And there are 3 different campus locations for you to do so. Well, if you donate today or Thursday, you're going to be entered to win a pair of AirPod Pros.
The honor flight for Central Valley veterans is in Washington, D.C., visiting memorials and monuments that have been built to honor those who served in the armed forces.
KC24's Catherine Phillips has been traveling with the group and shares day 2 of their journey to the nation's capital.
I went through some rough times when I was over in Vietnam, but I don't think anything that I did could compare to what they went through.
Marine Corps veteran Tom Mitchell from Sanger reflecting on and referencing the men shown in the Marine Corps War Memorial in Arlington, Virginia. The statue depicts one of the most famous battles in World War II, Iwo Jima, but honors all Marines, including the 8 Marines traveling on the 29th Central Valley Honor Flight. Mitchell admitting he was at first reluctant to go on the trip, but now he thinks the heroes' welcome when they come back home may actually be healing.
Hopefully it'll make me realize that, gee, I wasn't such a bad guy for where I was and what happened over there and everything. I mean, it's still in my head what happened.
The group also stopping at the Navy Memorial on Pennsylvania Avenue and the Air Force Memorial that overlooks the Pentagon. Veterans and their guardians even went to the United States Capitol building, where they got the special privilege of going onto the House floor and speaking with 3 of our local congresspeople. But one of the most special moments for day 2 of the trip came at the World War II Memorial.
I'm a very proud woman today.
When the 5 women veterans on the honor flight noticed words etched onto the memorial to honor and recognize the women who served. Sandy Bird from Tulare says those small things can mean a lot.
Anytime we see things that say women, we're just ready to jump in front of it and be recognized.
Reporting from Washington, D.C., Catherine Phillips, KC24, local news that matters.
All right, exciting. They will come back later on today, so it'll be nice to see their stories and hear their experiences there.
Yeah, so if you want to go welcome them back to the Central Valley, they should be arriving at the airport, we're told, sometime between 5 and 5:30 this afternoon.
That's right. Well, coming up on KC24 Midday.
What a local Fresno teacher's been up to help shape the lives of students both inside and outside the classroom.
And clouds are moving into the Central Valley and temperatures staying on the cool side. First, your 40-allergy forecast. Ragweed, elm, and quinopods are the top pollens. We are in the low range through Saturday. I'll show you the fall-like conditions that are already delivering a few raindrops as KC Midday continues.
After Claire's accident, we were overwhelmed dealing with medical bills.
Who knew this could all be so confusing and scary?
Get the representation you deserve. Call BD&J.
Call BD&J today at 1-800-820-1111.
Rain or shine.
Pick up their child within 4.
KC24 is your local weather authority. The weather team you can trust. Chief Meteorologist A.J. Fox on KC24 News at 5, 6, and 11. And forecaster Ruben Contreras on KC Sunrise and Midday. Track the weather with accurate updates from the time you wake up to the end of the day. KC24, your local weather authority.
closer to the Gaza border. A story of resilience and hope. Please take care of yourself and each other.
Let's see if AAA can take us somewhere fun. Let's go somewhere sandy. Let's go somewhere magical. But first, let's get this fixed.
AAA, your membership to go.
Parents, you have a choice. Discover West Park Elementary School District, a diamond in the rough serving rural Southwest Fresno. A safe environment, small class sizes, rigorous curriculum, a sense of community. Enroll your child today at West Park Elementary School District.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, you only have one shot at justice. Call Dunyan Law now.
Don't let big insurance shortchange you. Get us on your side.
If you or a loved one has been seriously injured, call Dunyan Law. That's 877-DUNYAN.
You hear a lot of ads from companies that say they'll buy your car. But what if there's something wrong with the vehicle? Quick Auction is different. We'll help you sell a vehicle regardless of condition. At Quick Auction, we connect you with buyers in your community who want your car even if it doesn't run. Go to quickauction.com and we'll get you an offer on your car in 30 minutes. And it's absolutely free to use. Turn that vehicle you thought was going to cost thousands of dollars to repair into money in your bank account today. That's quickauction.com.
Investigations, exclusive interviews, and behind-the-scenes coverage of the nation's top stories. Watch Inside Edition weeknights at 7 on Ksee 24.
Hey, let's go somewhere fun with AAA. Let's go for a night on the town. No kids. Let's go for a weekend away. Okay, let's bring the kids. But first, let's get this fixed.
AAA, your membership to go.
Ksee 24 News is always available at yourcentralvalley.com.
And it is mild out there this midday. We are in the 70s across the Central Valley, but in the low 60s for Merced. I'll show you why in just a second. 69 degrees there, 74 in Lemoore, 72 in Visalia compared to 24 hours ago. Some valley spots warmer compared to this time yesterday because we're still holding on to that warmth we picked up yesterday. We were around 80 degrees overnight. When the clouds move in, it traps in the warmth we pick up in the previous afternoon. Winds are calm, but they might be getting a little close to 10 miles an hour throughout the day. So a few raindrops appearing on our radar in the North Valley, especially for Merced County this midday. This is that low pressure system that's going to move in throughout the day into Thursday. Fairly light rain right now in the North Valley, right along the 140 in Merced County. When you start to see the yellow, it's more measurable rain, actual precipitation. Dark green, probably a few sprinkles hitting the ground, and then the light green's probably evaporating before it even hits the ground there. But you see some of that activity also towards the 99, right in between Livingston and Merced. There's the low right off of the coast of Northern California, taking its time moving right down the coastline of California. It's going to keep us unseasonably cool, but eventually high pressure out in the Pacific will build over us and warm things up, but that's not going to happen until the weekend. As this system moves in, we have the opportunity not only for a few sprinkles in certain parts of the valley throughout the afternoon and evening, there's also the possibility of snow in the high Sierra. So there is a winter weather advisory in effect. Yosemite southward to the middle of Sequoia, Kings Canyon National Park. This is at or above 9,000 feet all the way through Thursday night at 8 o'clock. The highest trend of this year, it's possible 2 to 5 inches of snow by Thursday. And then new this midday, the National Weather Service has also issued a flood watch. This is for the Fresno County foothills and Kings County foothills on the west side of the valley, including the burn scar area from the Boone fire, which I believe it may or may not still be burning, but you get the idea right there. Since it's a freshly burned area, it's got no really saturation in the ground to hold that water. So that is a concern if showers and thunderstorms pop up in this region. So that flood watch is in effect for most of tomorrow. And Futurecast shows those showers being isolated. They're going to pop up here and there. The better chances tomorrow, but there's going to be a few sprinkles here and there as we go according to Futurecast as we move forward into Wednesday here. Of course, that is today. But the best chance of any snow is at or above 9,000 feet. As the low finally moves in, it sends that energy through the backside of the Sierra Nevada tomorrow. So at any point, especially throughout the day, a shower or two could pop up. You see more dark green pop up on our radar right here, and this continues into the afternoon. There is the slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm, not only for the foothills in the Sierra, but maybe even the valley floor. So say if you get a little bit of sunshine, remember that heats the lower atmosphere, and the colder air coming aloft could help trigger off a few thunderstorms here and there. It's just a slight chance. Just keep that in mind for your activities if you're going to be outdoors for your Thursday, and then the skies start to clear for the weekend, and that means things are going to warm up fast. 79 today, and average is 90. Today's record is 107, so back in 1913. South Valley temperatures for today, if you get the right amount of sunshine, you might sneak into the 80s. 80 degrees in Pixley, 81 in Lemoore, 79 in Selma, 79 in Fresno, 78 in San Joaquin. Mid-70s in the foothills today for Yokuts Valley, Aubrey, Oakhurst, and then Shaver Lake at 55 degrees, 68 in Yosemite, and then 79 in Shaver Lake. Temperatures tonight in the 50s and 60s. It's still going to be mild out there because of the cloud cover. Again, it traps in the warmth we pick up in the previous day, and the extended forecast shows the possibility of a few showers popping up as we move forward into tomorrow. Fall officially begins on the calendar early Sunday morning, about 5:45 or so, and then Halloween's in 43 days. So tomorrow is our best chance of a shower or two popping up. Snow is likely in the Sierra above 9,000 feet. We'll clear skies this weekend in time for the first day of fall, but that means we heat temperatures up to the mid-90s and getting very close to 100 Monday into Tuesday. You can always check out your regional forecast any time of the day. Just go to yourcentralvalley.com to check it out. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Now that school is back in session, one local teacher is reminding her class they can do anything.
I went out to a classroom and show you what they've been up to this school year in this week's Educator of the Week. Take a look. School is officially back in session at Raymaker School, and no one is as excited to be back in the classroom than Mrs. Chalansif. She specializes in working with 3- and 4-year-olds who have autism. And after working for over 2 decades in special education, she's crafted skills to help this class succeed.
We want to make it fun, we want to make it engaging, toys that are like quick to do, and then we move on to something else.
Activities that'll help these students with pre-readiness skills to ultimately help with their academic futures.
They're so special because they're like just these little blank slates, and we get to see so many firsts, and I love that.
Mrs. Chalansif has created hands-on activities to help children's minds and keep them aware, something that faculty at the school has noticed over the 8 years of her teaching at the school.
She's got a lot of spirit and energy. She loves the kids. She's an extremely hard worker. She's an excellent teacher.
She also wants to remind parents to reach out if they ever have any questions and to always know the schools are on your side.
Reach out to your school district. There's programs, the county has programs for infants. So tiny little babies all the way up through adulthood.
So a big congratulations to Mrs. Chalansif at Raymaker School. Your hard work has given you the honor of this week's Educator of the Week. Well, if you or your child knows anyone making a difference in our school system, we want to know. From Honors English to your local lunch lady, anyone who works here, we're looking to make them our Educator of the Week. Just scan the QR code at the top right of your screen, take you to the application process, and get that started and nominate that special someone.
I know it's early in the school year, so if you're a parent, you might be thinking, I don't know if this year's teacher. We'll go back to last year's teacher. They should be recognized as well. They're probably still doing great stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. And we need the submissions, and it's really fun. We're going all over Central Valley, North Valley, South Valley to get these stories out there. It's been a fun time.
Great.
Coming up on Ksee Midday.
Why recognizing childhood trauma early on can help a person later in life.
Coming up.
The delightful Jaleel White. You're a little Urkel. I'm feeling,
And viral skincare tips you can use at home.
Today at 4 on Ksee 24.
When Rudy Salas first ran for Congress,
I've been able to talk about my record over the last decade.
His record's why he lost. Rudy voted to raise taxes and fees 38 times in Sacramento. A decade of damage, costing $7.1 billion. Who paid? Central Valley farmers, homeowners, small businesses. The list goes on for miles. Now, Rudy's running again, but he can't outrun his record. Higher taxes 38 times. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Everyone desires a beautiful smile. I'm Dr. Tom at Fast Braces Fresno. Fast Braces Fresno is ready to help you have your dream smile in as soon as 180 days for as little as $39.99. Our rapid treatment, advanced technology, affordable price, and ideal location are unbeatable. Call us today for your free exam and consultation or make your appointment online at fastbracesfresno.com. Our motto is half the time and half the price.
You're driving and out of nowhere, boom! You're hurt in a car accident.
Now you got medical bills, car repairs, and you got to deal with that insurance company.
Boom! The problems keep coming.
We help people in this situation every single day, and we've recovered hundreds of millions of dollars for our clients. Call us. We're the Law Brothers.
Call 1-800-222-2222. That's 1-800-222-2222.
Did your car insurance go up unexpectedly, or are you looking for something more affordable? At Fiesta Auto Insurance, we've got you covered. Best prices guaranteed. We're open 7 days a week. Call or visit us for a quote today. Fiesta Auto Insurance.
A lot of guys talk tough on crime,
but there's one guy actually doing something about it. Adam Gray.
Adam secured millions to crack down on gangs, sex traffickers, and dangerous drug dealers.
He's taken on both parties to get more agents and better technology to secure the border.
He is a man of integrity, and that's what we really need in Washington.
Adam Gray has always had my back. I'm a Republican.
I'm a Republican.
And so am I. But I'm for Adam Gray because he gets it.
I'm Adam Gray, and I approve this message.
Men and women both face factors that can impede normal hair growth and trigger hair loss. Well-Rooted Hair and Scalp Clinic has helped thousands of happy patients address hair loss and scalp disorders. Book your free consultation and get your hair loss under control. Scan now for details.
A new study finds childhood trauma can increase the risk of developing major diseases later in life.
Well, researchers at UCLA Health found that people who had encountered intense stress in their childhood had higher levels of inflammation and worse metabolic health.
Researchers say the findings highlight the importance of incorporating stress evaluations into medical care.
Well, they found that the harm can be minimized by incorporating cognitive behavior therapy, some mindfulness, yoga, eating well, and exercising.
The FDA has expanded its approval of the breast cancer drug Ksee, making it accessible to early-stage cancer patients.
Well, the drug is now being tested to prevent reoccurrence in early breast cancer cases. Ksee is a daily pill taken for 3 years that works by stopping new cancer cells from growing.
This is promising news, especially for those diagnosed under the age of 45. They make up roughly 10% of all new cases.
I mean, this is great. It's a breakthrough, and it's nice to see that this is finally happening.
And yeah, especially for those who catch it early, catch it young, so maybe they can do something about it with this 3-year treatment. Coming up on Ksee Midday.
What cool new features will be on the newly released iOS 18?
Whoa, changing colors.
Ooh, what's Rich gonna tell us? Coming up.
First, I was hit by that truck. Then I got hit with medical bills.
When you've suffered a serious injury, the right attorney matters. Call BD&J. We've got this.
Call BD&J today at 1-800-820-1111.
The all-new and expanded Flex Steel Gallery is complete, and the grand reopening is in full swing at Fashion Furniture. The gallery is much larger and includes a new line of occasional chairs, power and motion furniture called Latitudes, with over 800 fabric and leather options, beautiful new area rugs, and everyone gets that famous Flex Steel lifetime warranty. Check out the grand reopening of the Flex Steel Gallery inside Fashion Furniture. There's nothing like it in all of California.
Did you know you can sell an unwanted vehicle and get paid quickly, even if the vehicle is wrecked or doesn't run? Quick Auction and its affiliates sell more of these types of vehicles than anyone in the world. Go to quickauction.com, answer a few short questions, and turn that unwanted vehicle into money in your bank account. At Quick Auction, we have buyers standing by ready to give you an offer on your car, motorcycle, or ATV, and they'll pick it up where it sits. Go to quickauction.com and sell your unwanted vehicle today.
Parents, you have a choice. Discover West Park Elementary School District, a diamond in the rough serving rural Southwest Fresno. Our newly renovated school provides a safe learning environment where our students thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. We challenge our students with rigorous curriculum and celebrate progress at all levels. Through grit and determination, our students learn 21st century skills that translate to success academically and in life. Enroll your child today at West Park Elementary School District.
Big Fresno Fair, big time to ride. The Big Fresno Fair is back, October 2nd through the 14th. Don't miss the carnival rides, concerts, horse racing, fair food, and more. Save on admission and carnival ride wristbands at participating Save Mart and Food Max stores. Plus, get discounted season passes at O'Reilly Auto Parts. The Big Fresno Fair, your spot for food, family, and fun, October 2nd through the 14th. Big times are back.
2024, the Newsboys are bringing a worldwide revival to a city near you.
This is Michael Tate from the Newsboys. We hope you come and join us for a night of worship and celebration to the King of Kings.
Newsboys live, playing all their hits. Bring a friend and join us as we spark a worldwide revival.
Thursday, September 19th at the Visalia Fox Theater. Get your tickets at spirit889.com. Proudly presented by Spirit Radio.
How long have you been burned through cases running?
I'm police. I'm doing my job. Let's hit it, team. There's going to be changes around the firehouse.
There's something about the new chief. It's a little off.
We need to rethink how this ED operates.
How old are you?
How old are you?
You almost died in that basement.
But I didn't die. I'm still here.
Chicago Wednesday. New next Wednesday on NBC and Peacock.
iOS 18 is out with some new ways to customize the iPhone and boost security.
Rich DeMuro explains today's Rich on Tech.
iOS 18 is all about customization, security, and eventually AI. Here's a look at some of the top new features to check out once you decide to install it. iOS 18 is here, and it brings some of the biggest changes to the iPhone when it comes to personalization and security. What's not here just yet is Apple's AI. That's set to arrive soon as a beta. Here's what you can do. Starting with your home screen, you can now customize the look from dark to tinted. There's also an option to make all of your icons larger. I like how you can make any icon a widget instantly. Plus, you can place them anywhere. Finally, you can also lock an app behind Face ID or hide it completely. iMessage is getting lots of new options. You can send text with fun effects or schedule a message to send it later. Photos and videos exchanged between iPhone and Android will now look much better. When texting your green bubble friends, just be on the lookout for RCS in the message bar instead of SMS. Control Panel now has multiple pages you can swipe through, and you can customize what's there. There's even a dedicated page for Now Playing and Connections. And on the lock screen, you can swap out the flashlight and camera for your choice of shortcuts. Now, if you really want to protect your online identity, you have to stop using the same passwords over and over. Apple's new Passwords Manager app can help. Here, you can generate and store unique passwords. While I might like third-party apps better, if you're all in on Apple, this is a great start. Two more tricks in iOS 18 I love. You can now finally pause a video recording. And inside the Calculator app, there's a new feature called Math Notes, which will solve your math problems instantly. This might be the most complicated iOS release ever. iOS 18 is available now for the iPhone SE 2, as well as the iPhone XR and up. That's the 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Keep in mind, those AI features are rolling out over the next few months in beta. You'll need an iPhone 15 Pro or any iPhone 16 model to access them. I'm Rich DeMuro. That's Rich on Tech.
Are you updating right now? Is that what you're...
I'm out of storage, won't let me.
Yeah, you got to delete some stuff. Delete some stuff so you can get the new iOS.
I know, it's basically, it has this big old red X. It says I can't do it, so I got to delete my thousands of pictures.
Yep, all those pictures. Yeah, put them on the cloud.
Yeah.
Then they charge you. Coming up on Ksee Midday.
They do, they keep raising the prices. Why California wildfires are to blame for the increase in costs for homeowners insurance. What's next for the market and how it could impact you. Next.
Plan your day with Ksee Sunrise and Ksee Midday. We provide the news you wake up to.
Well, it could even prevent officers from pulling you over.
This investigators can read the search a home next door.
Keeping you informed throughout the morning and getting you ready for the day ahead. We're your local weather authority.
This is a pair of storms, and then temperatures are starting to warm up already, and we will be much warmer.
Watch Ksee Sunrise and Ksee Midday, weekdays starting at 5 a.m. on Ksee 24. Local news that matters.
Let's see if AAA can take us somewhere fun. Let's go somewhere sandy. Let's go somewhere magical. But first, let's get this fixed.
AAA, your membership to go.
The Fresno County Historical Society doesn't just preserve the past, we bring it back to life with photos and stories that connect us all. Your membership allows us to capture and share history every day. Join now at valleyhistory.org/membership.
Truck accidents are serious, and what you're about to see is a true story. In a rush to make a delivery, this 18-wheeler driver raced through a small town in the early morning, ran a red light, and collided with a family of 4. changing their life forever. I'm attorney Tom Dunyan. We were able to help this family and get them over $14 million.
If you've been injured, call Dunyan Law. That's 877-DUNYAN.
10 years?
10 years. 10 years of David Valadao.
What do we have to show for it?
Unattainable housing prices. Skyrocketing rent.
Rising grocery bills?
Out of control prescription costs. 10 years. 10 years. 10 años.
10 years of David Valadao?
And we're worse off?
Worse off than we were before.
Don't let David Valadao spend another year in Congress.
HMP is responsible for the content of this advertising.
With 3 generations of roofing experience, Lightning Roofing can handle any situation in a flash. From installation to maintenance and repairs, Lightning Roofing has you covered no matter what kind of roof you have. Pay as low as $99 a month. Lightning Roofing, we've got you covered.
Hey, let's go somewhere fun with AAA. Let's go for a night on the town. No kids. Let's go for a weekend away. Okay, let's bring the kids. But first, let's get this fixed.
AAA, your membership to go.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
By using third-party financing with competitive programs, your new smile can be affordable and easy. Call Better Life today to see if you qualify.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
Ksee 24, local news that matters. This is Ksee Midday.
Welcome back. I'm Ruben Contreras with your midday forecast. The clouds are moving in, and some of you actually picking up a few raindrops. One of the spots still dry. Fresno, as we take you outside to show you this live picture outside our studios of Ksee 24, looking off to the southwest. A little bit of blue skies, a little bit of sunlight there. Fresno at 73 degrees, but we do have some spots in the 60s, including Merced, where there are a few raindrops in and around the Merced area, as you see on our live radar. Fairly light precipitation. That's when you see the dark green right there, but it's when it's turning yellow, actually more mesmal rain. So that's the case right in between Livingston and Merced along the 99 this midday. If you don't pick up anything today, don't worry. There's actually a better chance of a few isolated showers tomorrow. Up in the Sierra, though, we are talking about some snow at or above 9,000 feet with a winter weather advisory through Thursday night. Next week, it's actually going to be hot for the first day of fall. I'll explain in a few minutes. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Turning now to the race for the White House, just 48 days until Election Day, both Vice President Harris and former President Trump are hitting key battleground states.
Mr. Trump taking part in his first public event since that apparent second attempt on his life as lawmakers raise new concerns about the Secret Service. Garrett Haake has more.
With less than 7 weeks until Election Day, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are speaking to voters in critical battlegrounds. Former President Trump stumping in Michigan, his first public appearance since the Secret Service stopped a man with an assault rifle at his Florida golf course.
It's a dangerous business, however, being president.
Mr. Trump acknowledging the foiled apparent plot against him, coming just 2 months after a would-be assassin wounded him at a rally in Pennsylvania.
Only consequential presidents get shot at.
The former president also thanking Vice President Harris for reaching out.
I got a very nice call from Kamala. No, it was very nice. It was very nice. It was very, very nice, and we appreciate that.
I told him what I have said publicly. There's no place for political violence in our country.
Kamala Harris appearing in Philadelphia for an event with the National Association of Black Journalists. That event in stark contrast to one Mr. Trump held with the group earlier this summer, when he suggested Harris had suddenly, quote, become black.
I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black.
Harris, who is black and South Asian, telling the panel she doesn't assume her ethnicity will help her with voters.
Black men are like any other voting group. You got to earn their vote.
It all comes as some Trump allies on Capitol Hill are pushing for more protection for the former president.
He's the most threatened person on the planet. He has to have the protection that he needs.
Meanwhile, another Trump ally, Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, taking an apparent swipe at Kamala Harris for not having children.
My kids keep me humble. Unfortunately, Kamala Harris doesn't have anything keeping her humble.
Kirsten Emhoff, the ex-wife of second gentleman Doug Emhoff, defending the vice president on social media, writing, quote, Kamala Harris has spent her entire career working for the people, all families. That keeps you pretty humble.
FBI Director Christopher Wray made his first public statement about the most recent assassination attempt on former President Trump. While speaking at the Aspen Cyber Summit, Wray said he was relieved that the former president was safe. He stressed the full force of the FBI is investigating the incident.
We have dedicated the full force of the FBI to this investigation, and that runs the gamut from criminal to national security resources, from tactical support to evidence response teams, from forensic scientists to operational technology personnel, and I could go on. Together, we're working around the clock to investigate this.
The FBI raided the Hawaii home of the suspect in the attempted assassination Tuesday. That suspect, Ryan Routh, has been charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and possession of a firearm with an obliterated serial number.
Well, continuing our Campaign 2024 coverage, Valley organizers are working to get out the vote with just over 40 days left until this presidential election. Well, in celebration of National Voter Registration Day, at large, a blue bus parked out of Fresno City Hall. Well, the bus is all part of the Get Out of the Vote bus tour organized by the American Federation of Teachers.
Our Latino community needs to unite, and we are so excited to encourage you and be all the way along the way with you to be able to help you with registering to vote.
So the question becomes, who's eligible here in California? Well, voters must be U.S. citizens and at least be 18 years old on or before Election Day. The homeless, even those in jail awaiting trial, are able to vote. Well, today, for the first time in 4 years, the Fed cut interest rates by half a percentage point and could lead to lower prices everywhere else. Washington correspondent Trevor Shirley is in D.C. with more.
It's a sign the Fed feels inflation has fallen to more comfortable levels. What's not clear is just how big today's cut will be. That's the key question economists are looking at today. Some analysts believe the Fed could announce a larger than usual half-point cut. Others believe it may only be around a quarter-point cut, with the Fed taking a more conservative approach. Whatever today's cut will be, it's expected to be the start of a series of rate cuts that continues into 2025. Higher interest rates, elevated prices on everything from groceries and fuel to even rent. Today's cut means most Americans will eventually start to see prices come down across some sectors. Some experts, though, say it'll take multiple rate cuts before most Americans see noticeable price decreases. It also means Americans will pay less in credit card interest and eventually pay less to borrow money, say on a mortgage or car loan.
Today really represents just the first step. And it's that prolonged period of time, the cumulative effect of multiple rate cuts that's really going to add up to meaningful savings for borrowers.
And we're expected to learn what that specific rate cut will be at some point later this afternoon.
And as we told you, we did learn that rate cut will be about 50 base points, half a percentage point. Experts say factors like wildfires have sent California homeowner insurance market into crisis. This has left many Californians either not being able to find insurance, ended up with being dropped by their insurer, or they face some steep rate hikes. Now the state's insurance commissioner says proposed regulations are the solution. Under the new plan, insurance companies will commit to covering high-risk wildfire areas. In turn, insurers will be allowed to use certain technology to assess risks as they determine those rates.
These regulations are not going to get people more coverage, but we're all going to be paying more in insurance premiums, a lot more in insurance premiums.
It's a lie. The Department of Insurance has every authority to hold insurance companies accountable for the agreement that we have reached.
Officials plan to finalize all the regulations by the end of the year, and on January 1st, new rules that will be in effect that regulators believe will bring insurers back to California.
The man suspected of starting the line fire in San Bernardino County says he didn't do it. Well, Justin Halstenberg pleaded not guilty from jail in a video arraignment. He was denied his bail. Well, he is charged with 11 arson-related crimes. Investigators say he tried to start 3 fires just within an hour. 2 were put out by firefighters and a Good Samaritan. The third became the line fire, while it charged 61 square miles in the mountains east of Los Angeles and threatened more than 65,000 homes. The fire is currently 50% contained. And the cooler weather is helping firefighters battle the coffee pot fire. This is in Tulare County. So far, it's burned over 14,000 acres. Well, crews continue to reinforce the control lines along the east fork of the Kaweah River towards Scratch Creek. Well, they're also removing flammable materials and hazardous trees along Mineral King Road. The fire at our last update is 86% contained.
Hezbollah pagers have exploded across Lebanon in the latest attack in the Israel-Hamas war. NBC's Raf Sanchez explains.
This morning, a vast coordinated attack, and new details emerging on what Hezbollah says was an Israeli covert operation to turn its members' pagers into bombs. The Iranian-backed militant group says large numbers of pagers detonated simultaneously across Lebanon yesterday. The blasts wounding nearly 3,000 people, including the Iranian ambassador, according to Lebanese authorities, and at least 12 dead, among them several children. Explosions like this going off as Hezbollah members went about their day. Israel refusing to say if it was responsible, but this week said halting Hezbollah's attacks on its northern border is now an official war aim and vowing to step up strikes. The New York Times reporting Israeli agents planted explosives in each pager, along with a remote trigger switch, according to two officials briefed. Two sources tell the Times the pagers received messages that seemed to be from Hezbollah leadership, but instead activated the explosives. Those details not verified by NBC News, but the former head of the CIA weighing in.
What immediately came to mind was that the Israelis were able to compromise the supply chain of Hezbollah.
Have you ever seen anything on this scale before?
No, I haven't.
The pagers bore the branding of Taiwanese company Gold Apollo. But overnight, the firm says that model is made by a company in Hungary, which licenses its logo. And with Hezbollah now vowing revenge, fears of escalation spiraling towards all-out regional war.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the U.S. had no prior knowledge of an attack which targeted pagers used by Lebanon's Hezbollah. Well, Blinken visiting Cairo for talks with Egypt's president and foreign minister. They told reporters that the U.S. is still gathering facts on what went down.
So with regard to Lebanon, the United States did not know about, nor was it involved in these incidents, and we're still gathering the information and gathering the facts. Broadly speaking, we've been very clear, and we remain very clear, about the importance of all parties avoiding any steps that could further escalate the conflict that we're trying to resolve in Gaza, to see it spread to other fronts.
At least 12 people were killed and nearly 3,000 others were wounded after the Hezbollah used communication devices exploded across Lebanon, with the group promising to retaliate against Israel, accused of orchestrating the blasts.
The first footage showing the wreckage of the Titan submersible was released by the U.S. Coast Guard as part of a public hearing into the vessel's 2023 implosion. This footage, you see it right here, captured on June 22nd of last year. It shows the Titan submersible's severed tail cone and other debris from the incident. The wreck is located several hundred yards from the location of the Titanic shipwreck. The public hearings began in Charleston, South Carolina on Monday, with 24 witnesses scheduled to give evidence over an estimated 2 weeks.
LaShawn Diddy Combs remains in custody following his arrest. He pled not guilty to a variety of charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering, charges his lawyer says he plans to fight, starting with a bail appeal hearing later today. NBC's Chloe Milas has the latest from New York City.
Hey there, Sean Diddy Combs remains behind bars after a judge denied him bail. His legal team was offering $50 million in order for him to walk free while he awaits a potential trial. You know, this all comes after this sweeping indictment from the Southern District of New York, where they charged him with 3 different counts, one of them racketeering, the other sex trafficking, and the other transportation in relation to prostitution. All of this Combs is denying. His attorney, Mark Agnifilo, telling reporters outside of the federal courthouse in downtown Manhattan yesterday that his client is an innocent man and that they do believe that they are going to prevail in the end against all of these accusations. I was actually in that courtroom just a few feet away from Combs as the judge denied him bail. He was expressionless as he was told that he had to remain behind bars, and then he was escorted away by U.S. Marshals. Now, what we're waiting for now is a bail hearing, another one. So his team, his legal team, is actually appealing the judge's decision, and that new hearing is expected to take place later today, and we'll see if this judge decides to allow him to get out as he awaits a potential trial. Back to you.
Coming up on Ksee 24 Midday.
The WNBA is expanding to the Pacific Northwest. We'll let you know the location of the newest women's basketball franchise coming up.
Founders Club invites you to experience an evening of fire and ice on September 21st. This must-attend event supports local neuroscience care at Community Health System and the future Bob Smitkamp Family Neurosciences Institute. Learn more at fcfireandice.com.
I'm Dr. Roland with Innovative Medical Center. If you're sitting at home in pain, let's see if we can help you like we've helped so many other people with regenerative medicine.
I would recommend it to anyone. I was seeing results inside the first week.
You don't have to feel so badly, and I'm able to do more than I thought I could, and I know I'm going to feel better for years and years to come.
Regenerative medicine helps you get your quality of life back to do the things that you've always wanted to do.
Get an examination and x-rays for just $49. Call Innovative Medical Center today.
Car accident? At Jacoby & Myers, when we get justice for you, it can make a big difference in your life. Here's what that means. Insurance offer, $35,000. The Jacoby & Myers result, $500,000. Insurance offer, $0. Our result, $2 million. Insurance offer, $100,000. Our result, $4.65 million. That's the difference experience makes. Jacoby & Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
The pictures you take last forever. Unfortunately, some people will look at those pictures and feel uncomfortable with their smile. If you're self-conscious about the way you look and uncomfortable with your smile, you don't have to live with it. At Morales Revitalized Dental Implant Center, our proven technology gives you implant teeth and the beautiful smile you've always wanted in a day. Whether it's for a wedding, family portrait, big event, or even a selfie, we will have you smiling for the camera in no time. Change your smile, change your life at Morales Revitalized Dental Implant Center in Clovis.
After my accident, I wasn't sure if I could trust my insurance or my attorney.
If you've been injured in an auto accident and want a second opinion on your case, call BD&J.
Call BD&J today at 1-800-820-1111.
Educators change the lives of our children. Nominate an exceptional local educator at yourcentralvalley.com/educator of the week. Tell us how they inspire you. Then watch their stories Wednesdays on Ksee 24. Highlighted educators receive classroom items from GW School Supply and have their name added to the Teacher's Honor Wall at Fresno State. Educator of the Week brought to you by Educational Employees Credit Union, Fresno County Superintendent of Schools, and Tulare County Office of Education. Ksee 24 and the Valley Cam Network. Keep an eye on the Central Valley with live, unparalleled views of your community. Witness what's unfolding around the Valley. Stay informed, stay connected with the Valley Cam Network. Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by HR Mobile Services.
And temperatures mild this midday, and the clouds are here eventually for some of you. They will produce a few raindrops. We're already the case in the North Valley. We're at 69 degrees in Merced, 72 in Visalia, 74 in Lemoore. So there are pockets of sunshine, I guess you could say, Fresno County southward. It is warmer now compared to this time yesterday, but our highs very similar to what we had yesterday. It's warmer because we held onto the warmth we picked up from the previous afternoon, thanks to the cloud cover building throughout the night into this morning. Winds are staying below 10 miles an hour. They'll occasionally be close to 10 miles an hour later on this afternoon, this evening. It looks like a few snow flurries developing at the highest terrain of the Sierra this midday. That's when you start to see the pink to purple on our radar. And then the green is very, very light rain. We do have a few sprinkles in the North Valley, and it looks like a shower or two. Matter of fact, it's still there. It went from Highway 99 right in between Livingston and Merced, now up the 59 towards Snelling. When you start to see the yellow right there, that's where it's more measurable rain that's actually hitting the ground. The green may be so, but the light green, that is definitely not hitting the ground. That's more in the form of virga evaporating before it hits the ground. This is a
live picture from Yosemite, thanks to Yosemite Conservancy's webcam inside the national park this midday. We're looking at Half Dome, but the view is from Sentinel Dome. Obviously, very ominous looking clouds. Eventually, such as that cell I just showed you, it's going to transition to snow at the highest elevations. And Yosemite has announced they're going to close Highway 120, Tioga Road, at noon today. So in 10 more minutes, obviously you're a ways away, but they're going to close that highway because of the anticipated snow they're expecting, and then they'll reevaluate that tomorrow. But keep in mind, this system is going to linger until Thursday night. There's the cloud cover in the South Valley. Live picture from our Valley Cam at the Tulare outlets in Tulare. Some blue skies here, but obviously still a ways away. This low pressure system is going to take its time moving down the coast of California. Eventually it'll move inland, and eventually this ridge of high pressure will build over us and heat things up. But in the meantime, we're definitely going to see clouds throughout the day. The shower activity will be very isolated today, and then tomorrow's going to be very scattered. Up in the Sierra, though, Yosemite southward to the Sequoia Kings Canyon National Park area from 2 o'clock this afternoon until 8 o'clock tomorrow night. It is a winter weather advisory, again, at or above 9,000 feet. The highest terrain could pick up anywhere from about 2 to 5 inches of snow. Then on the west side of the valley, the west side hills to be exact, south of the 198 in Fresno County and into Kings County, it is a flood watch tomorrow for a good portion of the day. So the concern here, some showers and thunderstorms could pop up and create some localized flooding, especially in the burn scar areas. I believe we still have the Boone fire going out there, so that's a concern right there for the next couple of days or so. So the clouds build, the shower activity will be very isolated for today. The better chances will be to the north in the foothills and the Sierra, but again, we're already seeing some activity out towards Merced. Tomorrow, as we move forward throughout the day, the low moves in and it sends that moisture through the backside of the Sierra, and then it drifts out to the valley floor. So it is going to be very hit or miss with the shower activity for tomorrow. Some of you may not pick up anything at all. Some of you might pick up some decent downstores or even a thunderstorm or two, but the best chances will be in the foothills and the Sierra, and the snow, again, above 9,000 feet or so. And it looks like, for the most part, at least for us locally, this system will wrap up by Friday morning. It might linger in certain parts of Southern California and the desert region. I know it's feeling like fall and we're still in summer, but triple-digit temperature is still possible through late October. The latest, October 14th, 1978. I'm showing you that because look at the 7-day forecast. We go from fall weather the next few days with a chance of a shower or two tomorrow to the 90s this weekend. Fall begins Sunday morning with a high of 96 and very close to 100 both on Monday and Tuesday of next week. You could always check out your regional forecast any time of the day. You just need to go to yourcentralvalley.com to check it out.
We now have to call him the world's strongest Dr. Governator. Film icon and former California governor Arnold Schwarzenegger now has an honorary doctorate. He's a doctor. He's been recognized at a ceremony at the Hertie School in Berlin, Germany for his commitment to climate action. The former governor left political office in 2011 and has since devoted time to environmental causes. In 2018, Schwarzenegger said he wished he could travel back in time like the robot he played in The Terminator so he could stop fossil fuels from being used. I feel like he was a doctor in the Batman movies.
Was he?
Mr. Freeze. I forget if Mr. Freeze was a doctor. I don't know. Some good news for basketball fans. The WNBA has announced that a new team will be joining the league in 2026.
All right, it was announced just a couple of hours ago that the city of Portland will be given an expansion team. Well, Portland previously had a WNBA team from 2000 to 2002, but the team folded and have been trying to add a new team for quite some time now. This is the first time the WNBA will return to a city it previously left. Well, the league also announced back in May that Toronto will be getting a team as well. I mean, this would be great, right, for that region to have this back?
And you get the rivalry with the Seattle Storm and the Portland, whatever they're going to be.
Oh, yeah, what are they going to be?
I don't know. The men's NBA team, they're the Trailblazers.
Oh, I want the girls to have something cooler.
Yeah. Who was it that went with Lewis and Clark on their expedition?
No, help me out.
Sacagawea.
Thank you,
Sacagawea. They could be the Sacagaweans.
Oh, the Sacagaweans.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, should we submit that?
Put it out there.
That'd be a good name. Coming up on Ksee Midday, I think it's fantastic.
The Sacks.
The Sacks.
Still ahead. You want to sack a sweet treat? It's going to set you back almost $1,000 because of these name brand logos.
Nominate an exceptional local educator at yourcentralvalley.com/educator of the week. Highlighted educators receive classroom supplies and honor wall recognition. Watch their stories Wednesdays on Ksee 24. Educator of the Week, brought to you by our local partners.
Everyone desires a beautiful smile. I'm Dr. Tom at Fast Braces Fresno. Fast Braces Fresno is ready to help you have your dream smile in as soon as 180 days for as little as $39.99. Our rapid treatment, advanced technology, affordable price, and ideal location are unbeatable. Call us today for your free exam and consultation, or make your appointment online at fastbracesfresno.com. Our motto is half the time and half the price.
Welcome to Huckleberry's, home to Southern cooking with a California twist. Delicious entrees and refreshing drinks. Download the app for catering and online ordering and delivery. Huckleberry's with multiple locations, our newest on Shaw and Bly.
Before I was injured in a car accident, I'd never hired an attorney before.
If you've been seriously injured in an accident, having the right attorney matters. Call BD&J.
Call BD&J today at 1-800-820-1111.
All the homes are gone, and the rent's too high. I work too damn hard, still can't afford to stay. California's leaving, the dreams drifting away.
Support rent control.
Attention all body shops and mechanics. Have you heard of Quick Auction? Quick Auction is a revolutionary new way to sell an unwanted vehicle, regardless of condition. If you own a body shop or auto repair business, you sometimes end up with lien sale vehicles. Quick Auction can connect you with dismantlers who will buy that vehicle and take it off your hands fast. Go to quickauction.com, answer a few short questions about the vehicle you want to sell, and get an offer in 30 minutes. That's quickauction.com.
Parents, you have a choice. Discover West Park Elementary School District, a diamond in the rough serving rural Southwest Fresno. Our newly renovated school provides a safe learning environment where our students thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. We challenge our students with rigorous curriculum and celebrate progress at all levels. Through grit and determination, our students learn 21st century skills that translate to success academically and in life. Enroll your child today at West Park Elementary School District.
Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by Jackson Jewelers. This is Ksee 24 News Midday.
In celebration of the Mid-Autumn Festival, this is a not typical store-bought moon cake.
Yeah, mooncakes are traditionally eaten during the festival, which is focused around the harvest this time of year. Well, luxury brands are gearing up for a big festival in East Asia, offering these high-end pastries for a pretty penny. From Louis Vuitton to Gucci, these designer delicacies start at just under $1,000. Many brands have crafted creative packaging and additional goodies to elevate the spirit.
My wife Mel, she's Vietnamese. She said in Vietnamese culture, they do this.
Right.
She normally doesn't like these cakes, but she will gladly take a Cartier or Tiffany cake.
Wow. Smart lady. Okay. But she just doesn't like the taste of it, or just doesn't...
Yeah, she's not a fan of it.
I'm with her. I'll take the jewelry, too. That does for us, guys. We'll see you later on tomorrow morning. Have a good day.
For 11 years, Chief Meteorologist A.J. Fox has been certified most accurate by WeatherRate, an independent agency rating every forecast every day. Don't trust any source. Trust A.J. Fox every day on Ksee 24, your local weather authority.
Let's see if AAA can take us somewhere fun. Let's go somewhere sandy. Let's go somewhere magical. But first, let's get this fixed.
AAA, your membership to go.
Homeowners, if you want to sell your house fast for all cash,